we're at Supercharged in Edison. I got here at 11 and look at the line.
200 attractees.
It's 11:30. It's not like you're 88. Yeah. Old fart.
So this Supercharged place just opened near me, and it is the largest indoor go-kart place in the world, or at least that's what they're saying. And this is the track. It's actually two tracks. These are the carts. They're actually made in Germany. And when you go upstairs, you have to actually go to the bar, restaurant, and oversee the side of the track here. This is the view. It's pretty cool. So the right track, that's track 2. The track on the left here, that's track 1. The difference is about 100 feet each. Track 1 is 1,614 feet long. Track 2 is 1,781 feet long. I drove on track 1. Track 1 has 5 left turns and 5 right turns. Track 2 has 8 left turns and 4 right turns. So I'm interested in doing track 2 next time. But track 1 was pretty fun. I mean, this is a pretty hard elevation increase, sharp turn. That's is part of track 1. You see a lot of people struggling trying to get up that. I struggled a few times. So here we've already gotten our neck braces, our helmets on. They've made sure that they fit right, and we're lining up on the side, and we're looking at everybody else sit in the carts. While you're waiting to go, they'll turn you on and unplug you, which is interesting because it has a nice startup sound. But they do charge them like literally in between every race, or at least they plug them in to charge them, and they really only use like 5 to 10% of charge on one race. As you're watching the instructional videos on the TVs ahead, nobody else will be watching these, because the thing about this place is it's fun, it's fantastic. It was actually a great time, but as you'll see, a lot of people just like are very dangerous. They just treat this like bumper cars, and they just bump into people on purpose and really are just driving into you on multiple occasions. Like I'm guilty of having, hit one person. Was my little brother, thankfully, but well, eventually you're not supposed to hit people. Once you get a hang of it, you're not supposed to keep hitting people. The idea is to just drive around safely as fast as you can. And so something to keep in mind if you're ever going to go-karting in a place like this. We went on one of the worst days of the year. It was super packed. There's so many people. And, it probably led to a lot of inexperienced drivers. A lot of people are just like, I don't know what they were thinking. But definitely keep that in mind if you're going to go. Be expecting people to just hit you. Like, you can't see out the sides really because the helmet are behind you. So if you get hit from behind, it's possible. The other thing is we did the 3 race package, and they kind of lined them up back to back to back, and which didn't really give you much of a chance in between races. My hands were a little tight because you don't have any power steering, but these carts are pretty awesome. If you take a look at this, like, it's pretty comfortable. In the middle there's like this pistol grip to adjust the seat, so I was able to push the seat back pretty comfortably. I'm 6 foot, and for reference, and only to the end was I really able to put down a really nice hot lap and get a good time. But so you'll have to wait to the end to get that. But you'll have the benefit of watching me struggle through my first lap and trying to learn this track. Yes, that is the engine sound from the side of the cart, and there's physical vibrations that you feel. It's on both sides of you. It's pretty cool. If you're one of the first ones to get out, you'll spend the most time doing this, but essentially you'll be able to go at a low speed around the track as they're getting everybody else onto the track. Once all of the cars have been on the track, then they'll throttle up the speed at their discretion. So you kind of have to be ready for it. If you're just like pegged the gas pedal the whole time, at some point it'll just like start going. And for this race I'll let it run, but for the other races I'll cut out these temporary times. You see the lights are flashing. When the lights are flashing, that means they slowed down the cars for whatever reason, whether it's the beginning, the end, or if people have been hitting each other too much, then they said that would slow people down. Another thing you got to keep in mind is that this is going to get actually pretty loud. These electric cars do have speakers and they're running audio. So I'm going to give you the full beans now. So if you're wearing headphones, watch out. they've slowed down the cars for the return lap. They kind of just let you go around again slowly until you can make your way back into the pit. I'll let this one run out, but definitely going to be just cutting him out of the other 2 runs. as you can see, that lap was pretty aggressive. I got banged up pretty good, but I gave it as much as I was getting it. Honestly, people were just driving right into me. So as you can see, that lap was pretty aggressive. I got banged up pretty good, but I also managed to put down the fastest lap of the day. So I'm going to put up the times now for the first race, the second race, and the third race so we can take a look at them. So first race I did 54.4 was my best lap. Best lap that heat was only 50.06. Going back out there on that second race, I got almost 3 seconds faster. Now the fastest lap was still only 50. This was the third round, or the third heat. Now, this is where I got really upset because they have TVs all over the place that, except for the place where you're getting ready, that show these the heats and the names of the people and your times and the cart number and all that, so you can watch them. And you, but because we went back to back to back, I never got a chance to see those. So those other two screenshots were just like, I went to the front desk and gave them my phone and asked them to take photos of the heat so I can get the times. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known those other two times. So I was able to just get this photo right off the TV because this was the last lap of the day on our way out. But yeah, so got incrementally faster every time each one of us did, which is great. And because of this heat, we had faster drivers. People were hitting 48-second laps. I was able to get even faster at about a 50-second lap. Now, who only knows how fast I could have gotten if it was just me on the track by myself without having to worry about getting around people, but that's kind of part of the fun of it and part of the whole thing. It's technically just messing around, even though they do time us, which is nice. I don't know how they're tracking that information. It's got to be through the device, through the vehicle, somehow, some way. When it starts, when it ends, unclear. But they say it's a 7-minute round. That's the other thing. And if you track the footage, those 7 minutes includes like the warm-up lap and the return lap, which to me, honestly, personally, if I'm paying for 7 minutes, I want 7 minutes of racing time, not 7 minutes of like waiting and going slow. For that, I don't want to pay for going slow. That's not what I'm here for. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you ever want to go to this place, do keep that disclaimer in mind. You might get banged up by some of these other drivers, but otherwise you will have a good time. You will enjoy it, and hopefully don't drive like a bad person out there. It's not nice, but you're gonna hurt people. Let's keep it safe, keep it happy. Like this guy here with this yellow hoodie who hit me multiple times and drove right into me. You know. So anyway, I'm not gonna show his face. How you doing?